What's up, y'all? It is 4:40 on Thursday, November 7th, and we are headed north. Gonna scout till we find places to hunt, and then go kill a big buck. Stay tuned. We'll be posting videos once a week for the next couple weeks until we get all the footage out, and yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Can't wait. So thanks for watching, and we will talk to you either later today if I see something cool, or most likely tomorrow morning after I nap and get up and get in the woods. So stay tuned. Talk to you guys soon. Later. What's up, guys? The best time of the year is finally here. It is Rutcation Deer Camp, day one of the hunt. It's like 11:40. I drove 14 hours straight last night, got 2 hours of sleep, hung around camp for a little while, just shot a couple arrows, make sure that the old Solution SS is still on, and we're good enough to kill a deer at 30. So I'm happy. We're headed out. I'm gonna go do a bunch of scouting today, unless I find something worth setting up on. But most likely it will be a scout day today, and then probably gonna scout all day tomorrow. But we'll see. It's all dependent on what I find. I'm gonna scout until I find some good sign. Some pretty big deer tracks there. Scout until I find some good sign, and then roll. So stay tuned. Catch you guys later. Rub there. He's got this tree mangled. Holy cow, that's a good one. There's one. We've got our first good prospect for later this week. Back behind me, you can kind of see this is the creek bottom, and then there's just a bunch of cattails, and then some kind of thick, small trees. I don't really know what they're called. I'm not good at tree names. The real key is there's a really good trail that runs back kind of that way, back and forth, and then there's this, that tree right there. Right there, yeah, we go. So there's that tree right there. That's like a bunch of trunks coming up. I mean, it's pretty close to the power line, but there's a really good rub back there, and then it goes into the creek, and then over into the other side. That's actually the other side of the creek is where some of my family's property is, and I know that's really, really good. And this is, I'm thinking this may be one of the thoroughfares that the bucks are using to go from the swamp to through to kind of where there are a bunch of oaks. I at least got one prospect for now. All right, so the wind is coming from that way here, which is good because this goes like this and then turns, and so the wind's coming in my face right now, and then when it turns, it'll be on the side of my face, which I think if there are does bedded out in this sort of stuff, once I get around the bend, the bucks will be cruising up and down the edge, scent checking everything that's bedding inside there. At least that's my thought, but I don't know, we'll see. Alright, so I found quite a few rubs. So there's one on this little tree here, there's one there, and so I think this might be where bucks are crossing the creek. So this is another good possibility. Wind out of the west. Alright, let me stop and take a quick break. I've made it all the way down one leg of the creek, and it's about to turn and go back this way through a bunch bunch of cedars, so I know there's good sign in there. I've seen it before. In the past, I've been really bad about settling and finding something that I'm excited about, like a big rub or a good trail, and then just sitting on it and not seeing any deer. So I'm trying really hard not to do that. I'm also trying to open a fruit roll-up without making a whole lot of racket. I need to put myself in as good of a situation as possible to be successful. Otherwise, you know, I'm not going to call it a waste of time because I'm spending time with family, spending time at deer camp, but, you know, I could have come at Thanksgiving and done the same thing, so need to make sure I don't settle. Need to make sure I keep on keeping on, and I think we'll be successful this week. There's enough deer sign, there's enough deer out here that I think I can get on one if I don't settle. So just gotta keep on up working hard, keep on walking, and once again, don't settle. That's my mantra for this week, is don't settle. Alright, it's taking me a lot longer to get through here than I thought it would. So we're about, it's almost 4 o'clock, so we've got 2.5 hours until dark. So I'm going to start making my way back towards camp, and then I'll probably finish scouting out here tomorrow before I head back in the swamp. Alright, I made a decision. It's kind of dependent on if there's anyone parked at the power line. I'm going to dive into the swamp. I think I've got time to find a place to set up and get set up, and then mark it, and that's where I'll head in the morning. So I need to hunt the swamp more. That's where I know the big bucks are, and it's where they go when they feel pressured. So try to get out there, and it sets up good for an east wind. So we'll see what happens, but keep you guys posted as I get out there. Just wanted to give you live news updates from my brain, which I'm sorry is a terrible, terrifying thing, but it is what it is. And speaking of terrifying, that is terrifying. There's a tree hanging over the trail that I'm going to have to go around because I'm not going under that thing. And you'll see why right now. That, my friends, is what they call a widowmaker. So I'm going to go around and not die today. Alright, I just saw a really nice buck. He bounded across the power lines in front of me. I was just hoofing it, trying to get back in to set up, or to figure out where I'm going to set up in the morning. And I just saw a deer bounding across, and I put my binos on him, and he's at least an 8-point. Really tall, really heavy. So I hit the grunt call a couple times. That's probably where this video came in. And I don't know what I'm going to do. I want to chase him. That was a grunt. Okay, stay tuned. I don't know when the camera cut off, but he never came back. Tried to call him a handful of times, thought I heard him. Trying to get my wind, but the wind's kind of going that way, so he would have had to cross back over the power line. But I think he just kept going towards the swamp, so I'm going to keep walking, try to find a spot to get set up. I mean, at this point I'm wide open, so he's probably seen me and he's not coming back, but that was cool. He was a beauty, so I guess headed towards the swamp is the thing to do. I'm gonna pick my bow back up and keep making my way down here. I've got about 35 minutes until last light, so hopefully I can find a tree before then. If not, sleep in a little bit, and I'm swamp bound in the morning. So, all right. So we've got a good setup. Right behind me is a scrape that I freshened up with my own personal brand of scent. Today it was made of Mountain Dew and coffee. So we'll see how that works in the morning. I've got a tree right there. That tree right there. It's got back cover. It's close enough to be comfortable shooting. So I don't know if I'll see any deer in the morning, but it gives me the wind that I need. It gives me the shot distance I need, and it's got enough cover in this kind of wide open woods that I think I can get away with a little bit of movement. So I'm gonna put a marker on it. We'll see you guys in the morning. It's a good evening. Softball covered a lot of ground. I think I'll be at about 5 miles by the time I get back to camp. So long day, a lot of walking. Looking forward to eating some dinner and sitting around the bonfire tonight. So see you guys in the morning. Later. Some action. Talk to you guys in a bit. Just had a single doe work through east of me, so I'm gonna keep my eyes peeled over here. Maybe a buck will come through. Alright, it's about 9:30. I'm gonna tear down, head back to camp, eat some breakfast and take a quick nap. I'm exhausted, just still from being up all night the other night. So, head back, eat some breakfast, take a quick nap, and then pack up and come back out here and scout the rest of the day.
Return of one bike, two guys.
All right.
I think we break the weight limit, and we're wearing a backpack backwards.
That's how we do it in Michigan. In the north.
In the north.
We're gonna go kill the deers.
Maybe we'll see a deer.
It's Saturday afternoon. Headed back out. I'm gonna walk the north edge of the swamp from basically across the marsh from where I was this morning. It's a little late in the day. It's not as early as I would have liked to get out, so I'm gonna try to take a shorter walk, see if I can't find something to set up on today, and then tomorrow morning we'll set up in that spot that I found this morning. So that's the plan for right now. I'll keep you posted on any updates. It's a really nice afternoon. It's like in the 50s. All right, y'all. We'll keep you posted on what goes down. Talk to you later. red truck guy was parked right where I wanted to go in, so I'm gonna let him be. I'm gonna go walk where I was this morning, just keep going deeper. See if I can find any more signs. So it's a plan for now. I probably would have been fine. There's a lot of spots he could be in there that I wouldn't even walk past, but try to respect people's hunts as much as possible. I'm not saying he claimed it by any means, but I was just gonna go wander around in there anyways, so kind of, to me, kind of pointless to go potentially mess his hunt up. Just gonna wander around. Maybe I'll go down further and walk in where I saw that buck last night. That's a good idea. See if I can figure out where he went and maybe set up to try to get on him. Yep, that's what we'll do. If I find anything good, I'll talk to you in a little bit. See ya. Well, I might have just found what I'm looking for. That's a pretty good scrape. There are deer prints in it, and it's fresh. I mean, you can see dirt on top of the leaves down here. So a deer has hit it within the last 24 hours. Where are the deer coming from to make this? That's my current question. Yeah, that thing's pretty deep and old and big. But where? I go in that. Alright, I'm gonna keep walking and see if I can find more evidence of where they're coming from to make this. This is probably going to be a big focus of the next couple days, especially tomorrow while it's raining. Alright, I don't have to set up on here today. This is going to be something that gets checked regularly, I think, still. So I'm going to keep walking and try and understand how the deer are using this area so I can set up on this more effectively. So I'll let you guys know when I figure something out. Alright, we're up in the tree. I've got a triple trunk tree, so this bad boy is like right next to me and I'm leaning basically in line with it, so it's perfect back cover. I'm set up probably 400 yards inside the swamp, almost in line from where that buck came in last night. I kind of did a little bit of walking around after I found that scrape and found a couple of rubs and found a pretty good trail. So I decided I would just set up about 40 yards downwind from the scrape. There's a bunch of small trees that are rubbed up in here, so I'm hoping this is a good buck corridor. I'm hoping to get some daylight action today, so I guess we'll see. I can see a really long ways in most of the directions. So worst case, figure out where the deer are coming through and set up better for the next time. Alright, we'll catch you guys in a little bit. that's gonna about do it for tonight. A little bit of shooting light left, but we'll see what happens. Figured I would kind of do the closer before lost all light. You couldn't see me. I'm pretty happy. Saw a couple deer. I feel like I'm getting closer to where I need to be. I'll probably set up here in the morning. And then, depending on how that goes, probably get down around 10 o'clock and head towards where those deer came from. See if I can't find their bedding area where they're coming in and out. But yeah, I think I'm getting closer. Like I said, I'm just checking spots off. This is a good one. Talk to you in the morning. Later. I don't know if you can even see me, but that was a buck. It's obviously too dark, but if you would have come in here, I think it would have been on the verge of light enough. Too dark to tell. He was a shooter, but the way he was acting and walking, hard to put on, it was a buck for sure. So, this is this area where I need to be. Just need to push a